All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today we've got another video here from Six that we are going to be reacting to. And this one is called When Sasuke Became the Strongest. Now, based on the thumbnail, I'm guessing he's talking about when Sasuke absorbed the chakra, the nine-tailed beast, in his battle against Naruto at the Valley of the End, near the end of the Naruto manga. And we're going to go ahead and check this video out. But before we do, guys, as always, make sure to check out the description because you will find a link to this video, the one that we're watching right now, and I'll leave a link to Six's channel, and make sure you click on it to head on over there, or you can click on his handle, which will be available on the title of the video, and make sure you head on over there and check out his content, subscribe to him, give him some likes, share his video out there, comment in his videos. All those things go a long way in helping videos out with the algorithm. It tells it that, hey, people really like this video, so I'm going to share it out to more people. And consider watching the video all the way through, because that also tells the algorithm that, hey, people really like this video. They actually watched it all the way through. So we'll share it out to more people, which will get more eyes on, you know, whether it's Six's channel or my channel. Consider doing the same for me. Leave a like on this video. Share this video out there. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to click the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. And comment down below with your thoughts. And if you have any recommendations, if you have videos that you really like, that you want me to watch and react to, let me know about it in the comment section down below, and I will get to them. Now, with all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and watch this video.
After Naruto had Kurama ripped out of him by Madara, and then Madara subsequently stabbed Sasuke in his chest, Hagoromo comes down and bestows more power onto Naruto and Sasuke. I'm obviously talking about 6-pass Senjutsu, 6-pass Sage Mode, and for Sasuke, the Rinnegan, and being granted 6-pass Chakra. I did a video on Naruto and the godlike ability he gained from Hagoromo and how it wasn't touched on as much as I would have liked to see it be touched on, and I figured it's only fair if I do the same thing for Sasuke. Before getting started with the video, I'd like to ask if you could leave a like on the video as well as subscribe to the channel. These analytical type of videos are pretty fun to make, and I have a lot more on my channel you can check out after watching this one, but that's pretty much all the intro time I need. So let's talk about the day Sasuke became the strongest in the world of Naruto. Like I outlined in the intro, Sasuke was granted 6-pass Chakra and a Rinnegan from Hagoromo. Throughout the remaining chapters of the manga, Sasuke is gradually gaining more mastery over his newfound powers, and at his maximum, he is using the Preta path of his Rinnegan to absorb the chakra from all 9 Biju to power up his Susanoo to this form we see, and then him launching Indra's arrow to match Naruto's 2 Rasen Shuriken. Although they clashed equally, seemingly anyway, I still think Sasuke was the stronger combatant as well as having greater potential than Naruto in this moment. Let's get one thing straight before moving on, because I know I angered some people with that remark. Lightning gets beaten by wind as a chakra nature. This is shown to us in the 3rd Raikage fight and explained to us by Yamato when Naruto is training to learn the Rasen Shuriken. Against the 3rd Raikage, everyone was worried because Temari, the strongest wind style user in the platoon, couldn't do damage to the 3rd Raikage despite having the chakra nature advantage. He was just too powerful. Then Naruto comes in with his wind release jutsu, a Rasen Shuriken, and the first thing he does is knock the Raikage's lightning cloak off of him. I don't want to start a debate about the 3rd Raikage's durability in the comments and how, oh my god, Naruto didn't actually harm him, but as you can see here on screen, Naruto did indeed rip the cloak off of the 3rd Raikage. He just didn't do sufficient damage to stun him for long enough in order for him to be sealed away. The difference in chakra natures is also pretty huge. We even see just a platoon of water ninja being able to stop Madara's fire style, even though he has the strength necessary to completely run through all of them with just his taijutsu. Before somebody brings it up as well, Temari did not blow away Madara with wind release in the manga. That is anime only. Anyway, so now that that's been established, in this giant clash here, Naruto has the
Again, that's why you should read the manga if you haven't, because you'll see that the anime will sometimes add things that can like completely change things from how it was originally supposed to be presented as in the manga. So again, read the Naruto manga if you haven't.
Upper hand in the chakra nature department. While you may be able to argue the Rasen Shuriken in Naruto's left hand is a Biju Bomb Rasen Shuriken because of how it looks, the Rasen Shuriken in Naruto's right hand looks identical to all of his wind release Rasen Shuriken, just a whole lot bigger, obviously. If we're led to believe that these jutsu met in the middle and clashed evenly, making this gigantic explosion, then Sasuke, who was at a disadvantage, should be the more powerful of the two of them. I've often seen this be argued against by saying Sasuke had to use the Biju power while Naruto was just using what he had access to, but that's the same thing. Sasuke took the Biju, he didn't see them wandering around and got help, he captured them with his own jutsu. So this is a part of Sasuke's arsenal now, and I don't think it's fair to discredit or take that away from him. I also want to point out Sasuke Susanoo itself is covered in lightning release chakra. So when the explosion went off, he was basically wearing a bomb. And in case anyone wants to try to argue that Sasuke Susanoo isn't lightning and that's just an effect, here you can see Indra's arrow being formed from that Susanoo hand. I also don't see how you can look at the explosion this causes with all the lightning strikes hitting the ground and genuinely come to the conclusion that this isn't a lightning jutsu, but whatever, I'm rambling. Let's talk about this Susanoo one last time.
Why would someone not think that that was a lightning jutsu? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's even called Indra's arrow. I mean, if you don't know Indra, like just look up, you know, the Hindu god. I think he's a Hindu deity, Indra, who he is associated with lightning. Just look it up. It's obvious what Kishimoto was doing here. I mean, he is known for taking inspiration from both Japanese and Hindu mythology.
Before I move.
And he used it as inspiration for a lot of the things that you see in the Naruto manga.
On to other things. Kurama directly says that the level of chakra Sasuke is manipulating here at once is almost unrivaled, and it's around Hagoromo's level. But since there is no Geto statue, he's using his own Susanoo as the receiving vessel. Nothing too crazy with this, I just wanted to mention it since it's pretty crazy chakra control statement for Sasuke. I mentioned earlier I also thought Sasuke had higher potential than Naruto at this point, and that's because of the access to the Biju he has. He still didn't completely drain them. No. It's shown to us when Kurama is low on chakra that he either goes to sleep or is shown to be emaciated. After Kurama leaves the Chubaku Tensei, he is completely fine, so Sasuke still could have taken more chakra from the rest of these Biju. I am aware, however, that after the Indra's Arrow class, Sasuke had used so much chakra to the point where these Biju weren't relevant anymore and he couldn't use them because he overused his Rinnegan.
Yeah.
But had he not used so much chakra, he would have been able to absorb more from them. I also want to mention that throughout the entirety of the beginning portion of this fight, everyone points out how Naruto was holding back on Sasuke and only playing defensive. No one shows that same courtesy to Sasuke in the fact that he was not using his EMS at all. I know that might not seem all too relevant at first mention, but Sasuke's EMS is directly shown to make him faster and stronger, shown here where him and base Naruto are equal in speed, and then he turns on his EMS so he can match KCM1 Naruto. Aside from that, the MS gives greater perception advantage, access to Kagutsuchi, etc, etc. It's just a way that Sasuke is holding back on Naruto very clearly. I want to show everyone something really quickly. What is the big difference here between Naruto and Sasuke's normal clashes and this one here that you see on screen, that they have right before he absorbs the Biju chakra? What's the difference there? That's not a Rinnegan that Naruto has. That's a Biju bomb, yeah, which is directly more powerful than the Rinnegan. Now, I'm not going to claim Naruto was at his absolute maximum at this moment. No, that's clearly not the case. But it marks a
I don't think either of them were.
Clear change in the battle from Naruto, who was playing defensive before, to now using an offensive move, and one of his stronger offensive moves at that. I also want to extend this same courtesy to Sasuke, since Sasuke is shown to be able to put Amaterasu inside of his Chidori, yet he does not do that here. So they're both clearly not at their maximum, and Sasuke even says after the clash that it's going to take more than that to kill him. To touch on the last section of the fight, which is the Rinnegan Chidori clash between Naruto and Sasuke, I often hear people talk about how Sasuke used the Chidori with the assistance of Amaterasu, like I just mentioned, and he had the aid of gravity and all that, and they still tied, blah 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 blah. I just want to say that stuff isn't really important since both of them are severely weakened, and I think it's fairly disingenuous to say that since Naruto clashed equally with a weakened Sasuke, that it's evidence that he is stronger when they are both at full power. Naruto obviously won the fight though, but I already went over why Sasuke should technically be stronger when they are both at their maximums. I want to move on from this now, since there are other things with Sasuke that I want to talk about. I do plan on doing a full breakdown of this fight in the future, but I think that requires a ton of time and I can never do it justice within the short time of this video. I want to touch on Sasuke's progression as well after gaining his Rinnegan. I think progression, and especially quick progression in a specific or difficult area, can help determine the talent or quality of a fighter. So let's start from square one, and that's recognizing ourselves that Sasuke's Rinnegan is always on, meaning he cannot turn it off. The immediate response to this will be, well, Sasuke's Rinnegan was off in the last movie.
Oh yeah, no, that was I think he's about to bring it up, but that was a mistake. That wasn't actually correct.
But the creators have mentioned that this was simply an animation mistake.
Yeah, it's
some evidence for this comes from in the Shin manga when Sasuke is fighting with his Rinnegan, lacking its Tomo, and when they turn back on, he says that his visual prowess has returned. This also may be due to a production issue with the movie, since we do know it was in production prior to 2012, and Sasuke didn't get his Rinnegan in the original manga until 2014. So it could be the shot of Sasuke walking in the desert was done prior and never gone over before the movie's official release. Sasuke also literally never turns his eye off, and instead he just covers it. Outside of that last movie, it absolutely never happens. That's consistent in both the anime and manga, but I'm getting off topic here. Sasuke's progression. Sasuke can tell pretty quickly that his Rinnegan takes up a lot of chakra, so when he's not using it in immediate battle situations, he simply keeps it closed to prevent the chakra from being drained. He learns pretty quickly what his Rinnegan ability is, and that's the ability to teleport. The first time he used it is in the middle of battle when he swaps places with a seemingly rock behind him, and afterwards he does it with his sword and it just pierces Madara. I want to bring up that it may be Sasuke's mastery of this move becomes unconscious, similar to how Naruto learned to fly without thinking. He just gained mastery over it.
Yeah,
another unconscious ability Sasuke gained was to be able to see the invisible world of Limbo. So it's not completely out of the question that maybe some of Sasuke's stuff is just learned to him via just having the Rinnegan. He also learns immediately how to use 6 Paths Chakra that was granted to him, and not just that, he imbues it into a Chidori and does so without weaving any hand signs. That's pretty impressive. Also, I know Madara wasn't really trying to dodge Sasuke, but Sasuke did manage to cut him in half, and Madara complimented his speed, although he was using a Chidori which amps his speed, so take that into account as well.
And again, it's like when he brings it up, it is actually pretty impressive how quickly he was able to adapt and acclimate to the power that was given to him by Hagoromo. But then again, you can say the same thing to Naruto, although that could be because when he got given, 6 Paths Senjutsu, he also had, Hagoromo's understanding of all things chakra. So you could say that could be why Naruto immediately is able to know how to use all of these abilities without even needing to think. And hell, even Naruto, like when he, gave Kakashi a new eye, like Sakura, I think it was Sakura who asked him like, hey, how did you do that? And then Naruto says, well, I don't know. I just know. So it's it actually is kind of crazy how quickly they were able to just immediately like figure out how to use these abilities that were given to them.
I also don't think I need to mention that Sasuke's Rinnegan itself can resist the infinite Tsukuyomi, which is the most powerful genjutsu of all time. And not only that, but Sasuke amping his Susanoo with—
well, now we have an ability that surpasses even that, the omnipotence, which, by the way, if you're wondering, I am still, if a certain someone's watching this, I am still going to make a video giving my thoughts on the whole omnipotence thing and how it leads to the prophecy that was given to Boruto at the end of the Boruto move, at the end of the versus Momoshiki arc. It wasn't in the Boruto movie.
His Rinnegan allows him to essentially make other people immune to the infinite Tsukuyomi as well by covering them in that Susanoo. We also never see Sasuke use a perfect Susanoo alone before acquiring the Rinnegan. There is speculation on whether or not he was using the Susanoo that was perfect by the time they do the combination attack on Jubito, but we never get an explicit statement about it to end those debates, so I won't make a claim on it. But like I said, the first time he uses it alone is after acquiring the Rinnegan. Sasuke then doesn't really do anything too impressive or noteworthy until they seal Kaguya away using 6 Paths Jibaku Tensei, but that's pretty important for what we're going to talk about later, so keep that in mind. The next fairly impressive thing Sasuke does is put all the Biju under Genjutsu with one glance of his Rinnegan. and it's impressive because they're all standing around him, meaning he was able to cast a 360-degree genjutsu. The anime changes this and has him turn his head to cast the rest of it, but in the manga it's just one look, and they are all under genjutsu at once. In order to build some consistency for this,
again, this goes back to why you should read the manga and not just rely on the anime, because the anime will add something like that. And what's funny is that he like later on Hagoromo even says that he managed to put all the biju under his genjutsu with just one look, but it wasn't technically one look, it was two. Like he just read the manga. Trust me, read the manga. If you haven't, it's good.
We know Sasuke can use his Rinnegan to teleport to things behind him using Aminote Chakra, and Data Book 4 describing the ability, it says that it's a ninjutsu that uses the Rinnegan entrusted to him by the Sage of Six Paths. As long as it's within a particular range, in an instant it can shift the place in which the target and object is with the user himself. Then at the top left it says he can switch places with the target he saw with his eye, meaning Sasuke can see behind him essentially, or at least it heavily implies it. He needs to see what he's switching with, and we see him swap with things behind him at least twice. Once against Madara and one time against Kinshiki. So yeah, I'm basically saying the anime made a mistake here. I mean, Hagoromo even says he got every biju in just a single glance, not two glances. But whatever, I just think it's sort of dishonest to say Sasuke doesn't have 360-degree genjutsu. Then we have Sasuke using Chibaku Tensei on the biju. This is extremely impressive because he uses the Six Paths variant of Chibaku Tensei, like what they use on Kaguya, which even Madara couldn't do, shown here, seeing Madara use the black gravity spears to form his Chibaku Tensei. I also want to comment on Sasuke's chakra reserves because some people think for some reason that Sasuke is a chakra slouch and his reserves aren't all that much impressive.
Yeah, that's honestly something I never understood. Like, guys, I mean, you do see what he does in the series. Like, how could you even think that he doesn't have insane chakra reserves?
But I want everyone to keep in mind, Nagato is an Uzumaki with 2 Rinnegan, and it caused him literally to shorten his lifespan in order to form just one incomplete Chibaku Tensei. Yet here is Sasuke forming 9 without so much as breaking a sweat while doing so. This on top of using his perfect Susanoo multiple times and pouring extra chakra into it from his Rinnegan. We also see Sasuke using multiple Chidori, which isn't too crazy, but it's a nice way to document progress considering just 4 years ago he could only use 2 in one day. I also want to mention that Sasuke got no aid on his chakra between when he got the Rinnegan and when he absorbed the chakra from the biju. He has no help from Kurama like Naruto or 100 healing seal like Sakura. He is just himself. So in between these two time frames, just to quickly wrap up things, Sasuke uses his perfect Susanoo 3 times, amping it with his Rinnegan. And just to mention as well, the chakra from the Susanoo is shown to dissipate into the air, so he is not getting that chakra back. He uses a total of 10 different ninjutsu, 9 on the biju and then 1 on Sakura. He uses Aminote Chakra 9 different times, 5 different Chidoris, Amaterasu twice, Kagutsuchi once, the summoning jutsu. He gets some of his chakra drained by Kaguya. He was walking around in the desert realm for a while. He uses 9 Chibaku Tensei, and all of that is before he fought Naruto, where he used every single one of those abilities again multiple times on top of some more Rinnegan abilities. I'm not trying to say Sasuke was fatigued when fighting Naruto or anything like that. Naruto also used a lot of jutsu before fighting Sasuke. I'm just trying to highlight that he has a massive chakra supply, because as far as I'm concerned, no one mentions it, so that is underrated. Also, a lot of people like to say that Sasuke didn't really do anything in the fight with Kaguya, and while this is true, I think most of the time it's said in a disingenuous or dishonest way to downplay Sasuke as a fighter. For one, this is a battle tactic made up by Zetsu and Kaguya, since Naruto and Sasuke were too annoying to fight together since they kept countering everything thrown at them. Split them up and fight them one at a time. At this point, Sasuke cannot open portals with his Rinnegan, so he is stuck here until someone can help him. The fight with Kaguya is only around the length of a full Naruto volume, just a little bit shorter. So being unable to fight for 3 or 4 chapters in the middle of it is a pretty big chunk of that fight. It seems like Sasuke is lacking, but that's not really the case.
No.
I just want to point out though that while Naruto did survive against Kaguya while Sasuke was away, he did not make any progress toward actually beating her, and was more so just stalling while Sasuke was rescued. Again, this is not me trying to downplay Naruto in order to bring up Sasuke. Holding Kaguya at bay and landing a hit with Boil Release are incredibly impressive feats, and Naruto is literally the only guy alive who could accomplish them due to his friendship with the Five Tails and his massive chakra supply. I'm just trying to put the reality of it for Sasuke out there, since I don't like all the disingenuous stuff being said about him around this time.
It's again, like dude, I mean, I've seen this for so long. Like, people consistently like downplaying what Sasuke is capable of later on in the series because, you know, obviously, like, you know, they look at what Naruto does and they go like, oh, what the hell does Sasuke do or whatever. And it's like, you guys do realize that if Naruto was in that position, like, he wouldn't have actually managed to get out. Like, what would have happened if she like took Naruto away instead of Sasuke? Like, when Obito and Sakura worked together to open up a dimension, if it wasn't for Sasuke's Aminata Jikara, he wouldn't have been able to get there. And then if Naruto was in his place, he would have been stuck there, basically. Like, Naruto wouldn't have been able to do anything. Like, all his insane amount of chakra, all his shadow clones, nothing. He would have been able to do absolutely nothing. And again, like, we don't know how Sasuke would have fared against her. I'm guessing he probably, I think he still would be able to hold her off. But again, like, I don't understand why people, it genuinely feels like there are a lot of people, instead of just, you know, stating facts, they're just using it as an excuse to hype up Naruto and to try to downplay Sasuke. That's just honestly what it feels like to me when it comes to how people talk about like the fight against Kaguya.
That is pretty much all I have to say about Sasuke and what he did during the war arc and later half when he gained his Rinnegan. I just thought he was being downplayed a lot, and I felt like I could touch on it pretty easily. Maybe spread awareness, maybe this will spawn like a new meta or something, but it is pretty disingenuous to just downplay Sasuke. I mean, we know Naruto won the fight, but Sasuke at their peaks was clearly stronger, like I highlighted in the video. But that's pretty much all. Like the video if you liked it, obviously. Subscribe if you like the video as well.
So that's, is there, yeah, okay, so that's the end of the video. And like he said, excuse me, make sure to head on over to his video, guys. Again, link in the description. Like it, leave a like, share the video, comment, subscribe, do all those things that help support YouTubers, you know, all of us. Consider doing the same for, you know, this video right here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video, and comment down below with your thoughts, like I said. And consider, if you've got videos you want me to watch and, you know, give my thoughts on, let me know about them in the comments. And this was, I think this was a very good video. Went over, sorry guys, again, throat's a little dry, but went over a lot of, you know, a lot of things that help, you know, prove his point that, you know, Sasuke, you know, wasn't, like, the fact that a lot of people downplay Sasuke and, like, for example, right here, now mentioning the fact that Sasuke also, like, withheld from using some of his more, like, useful abilities. Like, he could have, like, here, for example, he could have wrapped the Amaterasu around the Chidori and used it to fight against the tailed beast bomb that he has right here, but he didn't. And you know, the fact that he didn't use Enton to enhance any of his attacks at all, which we know makes his attacks a lot stronger. He didn't, let me see if I can find it. For example, right here, when he went up against him, he could have covered his sword right here in Amaterasu and used it against Naruto, or any of his, you know, sword attacks earlier in the fight, but he didn't. And it was just like, there are a lot of abilities that Sasuke had that he didn't use, and a lot of people don't bring this up whenever they talk about how, oh well, Naruto held back, he didn't use this, he didn't use that, he didn't use this, or he didn't use that. And it's like, dude, Sasuke was doing the exact same thing. Like Sasuke was holding back. Like there were a lot of abilities he could have used, but he didn't. And for some reason, nobody ever brings that up. And yeah, what he mentioned right here about, the fact that he was cloaked in lightning release, Naruto using a wind release jutsu, which was actually disadvantageous against Sasuke, and yet he still, he's still tied to Sasuke's ability. Like it should have completely overpowered it, but Sasuke's attack was just so strong that even after being enhanced by all that natural energy, was still only able to equal him in strength, which is just, I mean, again, like there are so many things that we see here that just tell you how strong Sasuke is, but people keep downplaying it because I don't know, maybe they're just like big fans of Naruto or whatever. I don't know what the reason is, or maybe they just forget certain things, or they just don't remember, or they don't, look at context clues. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Was there anything that he or I like didn't mention when it comes to the fight between Naruto and the fight between Kaguya, and what's something that happened that actually explains how strong Sasuke actually is? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and like I said, consider leaving a like, share this video out there, subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications, consider becoming a member to help support the channel while also getting some perks. And with all that said and out of the way, guys, oh, and remember to do the same thing for Six and his videos. Again, link in the description, or you can click on his handle, and which will be available in the title of the video. And with all that said and out of the way, guys, thank you so much again. Have a good rest of the day, and I hope I'll see you guys for my next one. Bye for now.